Hey guys. So as I outlined on my first episode, I wanted to take you guys on the journey with me in taking my car from quick to fast. And the first thing I want to do is let you guys know what my plan is. So the first goal I've set for myself is to get my car into the 12s with as few mods as possible. And the 5.7 liter Hemi is a good motor and it makes good power. And with just a little bit of extra push, you could be blowing by 6.1 liter SRT8s and right on the tails of the 392 cars. So in stock trim, the 6.4 liter will run a ballpark of about 12.5 seconds in the quarter mile on average. And the 5.7 RTs will be in the 13.5 neighborhood. So there's about a second difference between these two cars. So step one of my plan is to replace the stock inefficient log manifolds with a set of long tube headers that I picked up from the guys and gals at Stainless Works. And after getting them in, I sent them out to the folks at Perfection Powder Coating to get a ceramic coating. So for many of you who have taken your car to the track, I'm sure you realize that the 5.7 seems particularly vulnerable to heat soak. You know, after running a couple hot laps, you notice that your ETs start dropping by 2 or 3 tenths of a second as the engine heats up. And the 5.7 seems especially vulnerable to this, knocking valuable tenths of a second off your ET. So keeping the engine bay as cool as possible will be paramount. And then after headers and a proper tune to accommodate them, I'm going to send my car back to the dyno so we can get an after and see how much horsepower we picked up on the dyno. So I'm hoping to see at least 35 to 40 rear wheel horsepower picked up from the long tube headers and the tune. So if those headers do end up bringing us down a half a second, that puts us squarely at our goal of turning this car into a 12-second car with only one modification and a tune to accommodate it. After that, I plan on swapping out the factory 245 all-season tires that I have on it right now with a set of Nitto 555R drag radials. As it is, I can't launch the car hard at all because I'll just spin endlessly. I'm sure every single Hemi owner can relate when I say that it is really hard to launch this car as hard as you'd like. You have to come out of the hole really, really easy just to make sure that the factory tires on it aren't spinning endlessly, and then you just end up going nowhere. But I mean, that's the fun part about doing this. I estimate that I'll probably be in around that 12.7 range with a set of drag radials, but that's the fun part about taking you guys on this journey with me, is that my numbers could be out to lunch. Maybe we won't quite hit those numbers. Maybe we'll hit slightly better than them. That's all part of the fun. If you have any comments or anything like that, leave them down below. So with that said, that takes us to step one of the plan, and that is installing Stainless Works headers.